we ended up getting this house. It had an old plastic conservatory, UPVC conservatory. We had a few people around to look at replacing the broken bits and everything. Wife wanted an enclosed roof, so we started to Google for warmer roofs type of thing, yeah, which is obviously what you come up for, literally the name of it. So Gary then come out, had a look round and showed us his brochure and everything. And we'd always wanted an Orangery, but we were told by people that we could not have one because of the size of the hexagon. We can't have this Orangery that we want because there's too much glass. We have to have supporting bars and everything. But in this brochure that Gary had, there was one there. So I spoke to him, his engineers, the surveyors then come out. So yeah, we can do that. We used a warmer roof, the thick insulation stuff, which is huge. It's massively thick. We use that through, and we'll put this great big lantern on the top, and you'll get the effect you want. Electricians then come out and said, where do you want the lights? Mrs. did all that, the pretty stuff, and literally come out, did all that, plastered it all. And we've ended up with what you can see there. It just ticks every box we want. It's warm, it's ridiculously warm. And the bit that impressed me more than anything, so in the summer, because they finished it right when we were having this heat wave, and you could stand in there with the sun blaring on you, and you're like, oh, this is strange, there's no sun. You open the door and you can feel the heat of the sun. You close the door and you can't feel the heat of the sun. Phil, the guy that did most of the install, I think he was the foreman for you, absolutely perfectionist. Yeah, he really is. He stayed late to make sure things were exactly as he wanted, and he's still popping back just to do little niggly bits that we can't see, but he's seen them. He just wants to finish them and make them perfect. And for us, that's the bit that gets the recommendation. It is the work that this Phil's put in, lovely. And then Gary popping around just to say, everything good, you're happy, everything's still good. We're a month on from completion type of thing. If you want something that's warmer and you can use all year round, I said it was finished in the height of summer, which was the worst time to sit in the conservatory, but it was as cool as the living room. And we haven't had a winter with it yet, but if it's being that cool in the summer, it's going to be warm in the winter. I'd recommend Orangery. And the other bit that doesn't usually get mentioned, especially when you're having something a bit bespoke, you're the same price. But your service, it's not as if you're saying, oh, I'm going to have to pay more for this. You don't. You're the same price as the other companies, which I won't mention, but all local companies were charging, and they couldn't give us what we wanted. You give us what we wanted, and you were the same price. And the bit that won it was, I said to Gary, look, this is the time scale I want it doing, and if you want the job, this is what it's got to be on and watertight for. Yeah, no problem. We'll move things around, we'll do it. And that's what won it.